Hello everybody, welcome to my first ever review on the Playmates figure, Scar King from Godzilla X Kong, 6-inch figure. So I will be going over the paint job with the articulation and some cool things you could do with it and some size comparisons. Sorry about that. But anyway, we'll start off with his arm. His arm has a full 360 rotation, same with the elbow. So same with the hand. The arm lifted like this does a full 360, and that's all for this arm. This arm does the same thing as the other one, all 360s, all that cool and fun stuff. But the legs have a crunch right here, just like that. The legs don't go up that high. All right. Same with this one. The legs have a full 360 too. Wouldn't recommend doing this to your figure just in case it might like scratch the paint up. But yes, the figure also has a full 360. Kind of when it's out of the package, it will do a little bit of squeaking, but yeah. Overall, the figure's articulation, almost forgot about the head, sorry. Full range of articulation for the head, has a whole 360. I know the bigger version has a ball joint, it's kind of like on, but yeah, I still kind of like the figure better. But yes, it's overall pretty nice. Now let's go to the whiplash. Say this big guy over here, stand up for me, pal. You old quack. Okay, I'm just gonna lay down, who cares? Anyway, the whiplash has a good range of kind of like articulation or whatever, but it's really bendy. Now this is where I thought they were gonna bring in like maybe bendy wire so it can do kind of like poses, but it's Playmates. It's Playmates, guys. So, but yes, this is a good little weapon for the Scar King figure. And I love how Playmates did it. Maybe SH Monster Arts will do it like that. Maybe. But yeah. So the thing overall is pretty nice. Don't hit your cousins with this or your brothers or siblings because it really hurts. It is a hard plastic. But the spikes on this are pretty squishy. But they still hurt. But anyway, let's talk more about the paint on this thing. So I should probably take this off for the paint. Sit you down right here, buddy. Now I have a little bit of, my fig has a little bit of mishap on the paint right here on the eyes. And you can see that little line going past his head. A little bit of paint mishap right here. That's all really for his chest. But I've also figured out he has a little paint mishap on his elbow right here. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. That's all for his little paint job and stuff. Not all for the paint job, it's all for the paint mishaps and things. But the paint job overall, I think they could have made him a little bit of a darker red instead of a really bright one, because in the trailer, he's really shown that darkish, orangish, kind of like an actual orangutan. But I like how they did the mixture of red and white on this fig. But anyway, this, as I said, this figure is, well, I did not tell you. I think I did. I might have. But this figure is on a ball joint right here. You can tell right there. A little bit of a swig, but it's probably because the figure is loose. But yeah, it might happen if a figure falls to the ground. It will snap in half like that. But overall, the figure is pretty nice and is really flexible, kind of. Here's a little pose for you. You can't really see his whiplash in the picture, but yeah, it's there. Let's get him all the way back over here so you probably can see him. I don't know if you can see him because of camera and stuff, but yes, the whiplash goes in his hand like this, and it's pretty nice. It does a good job of being his weapon, but overall, it's pretty nice. Anyway, let's get on to the size comparisons. I will leave my actual custom figure for last because it is pretty not good. The paint is kind of not matching. But let's start them off with the Playmates Godzilla vs. Kong Skullcrawler. Let's get him in the picture right there. So, as we can tell, he's not that big compared to Scar King. Let's get him back up. Let's fully stand him up here. But yeah, it's not that big compared to size comparison to them. But anyway, let's try the Godzilla X Kong, the Godzilla vs. Kong Playmates figure. Now, they kind of level up to each other, and you can tell on this one how much bigger Kong is compared to Scar King, because Kong's a bit beefy, and Scar King is old and lanky. But now let's go on to the Godzilla X Kong figures. Other Playmates figures, obviously. The Shimu. I know they're supposed to be like teaming up in the movie, but just in case they don't end up teaming, oh, I know they're gonna team up because there's fight packs. But anyway, but here's their size comparison. Shimu, when she's standing up, is taller than Scar King. But yeah, you can't even see her in the picture. It's crazy. Anyway, now let's do Suko. Compared up to Scar King, it's obviously really small. Anyway, that's for another video. Then we have Doug, who is the smallest figure that I have here, waiting to be size compared. So the size comparisons. But anyway, let's go with the SH Monster Arcs Godzilla. Mine's arm broke, so please don't comment about that. He's making a TikTok with him, and his arm just popped off. Yep, but you can obviously tell he is way bigger than Scar King. And he doesn't even go in the camera, right? I have to lift him up just to see him. But bam. Now, let's move on to the NECA Kong figure. I don't really remember which Kong this is, but it is, oh my god, it is so much bigger than Scar King, obviously. But yeah. Nope, sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that. But now it's time to look at the original figure was an SH Monster Arcs King Kong from Godzilla vs. King Kong, but my aunt did a little paint job for me, and here is the size comparison, and you could tell I was way off when doing this figure. I actually did a stop motion with the original Kong and this one. I'm sorry, I cannot get him to stand up for my pal. Yep, there. So you can tell the SH Monster Arcs Kong is way smaller than this buddy right here. And if you want, I can just get out the other one too, just to do another size comparison. I do have more Kongs I can do more size comparisons with after this Kong. Like this buddy right here, the original Godzilla vs. Kong. Bam, he actually stands up better than the other one. I do have more figures, but I'm not gonna size comparison to them because it will take too much time, and my storage shelf is pretty low on figures. But here is the colored version of the Kong, I guess. I don't really know. Repaint from NECA. But yeah, that concludes this figure. Overall, the figure is amazing. Love it. On a scale out of 1 to 10, I would give this figure a 7 out of 10, just because mine came a little bit defective, but the figure is still amazing. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, I do not have these in my location at this time, I mean, but you're gonna probably ask, then how the heck did you get them? I went on Toy Snowman, videos not sponsored, Toy Snowman, and got them for myself. They were a little overpriced, and if you go to them now, they're $20, which I'm not paying $20 for Godzilla and Kong. So I ordered mine, Godzilla and Kong, from Walmart. But yeah, that concludes this figure. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and remember, be kind to others. Peace.